Hello everyone and welcome to my presentation on Experiment 4, Implementation of Hidden Markov Model, commonly known as HMM. Over the next 5 minutes, I am going to walk you through the core concept of this experiment, how we translated mathematical theory into a functional unit, what our result looked like, and why this algorithm is so incredibly vital to modern computer science. To start, let's define what we are actually doing in many real-world systems. We want to understand a process that we cannot directly observe. We can only see the byproduct or the outputs of the process. This is the exact problem a hidden Markov model is designed to solve. So let's move to the first slide. Our primary objective in this experiment is to design, implement and test an HMM to uncover hidden state from a sequence of visible observations and understand Markov model operations on the Markov property, the idea that the future state depends only on the current state, not the sequence of events that proceed, but in a hidden Markov model, the state itself is visible to us. Let me give you a classical analogy to make this concrete. Imagine a friend who lives in another city. Every day they call you and tell you what they did the day. They either went for a walk, went shopping or cleaned their house. But you don't know what weather is like they live. The weather is the hidden state. But you do know what it's rainy, they are more likely to clean, and if it's sunny, they are more likely to walk. These activities are the observations. Our observation today is to write a program that takes a sequence of these daily activities and calculate the most likely sequence of hidden weather states. Now let's look at how we actually implemented this in our program. To build this model, we use Python. As its core implement and HMM requires used to define three distinct matrices often referred to as the model parameters. First is the initial state distribution. This is the mathematical probability of a system starting in a particular hidden state one by day. Second, we have the transition matrix. This matrix tells us the probability of moving from one hidden state to another. For instance, what is the probability that a sunny day is followed by a rainy day? Finally, we have the emission matrix. This represents the probability of seeing a specific observation from a specific hidden state. For example, if it is raining, what is the exact probability of friend decide to go for shopping? Once we initialize these matrices in our code, we implement the VDB algorithm. The VDB algorithm is a dynamic programming that finds the most likely sequence of hidden state, often called as VDB path. It does it efficiently by calculating and storing the best path to each state of the time step, saving our program from having to brute force every possible combination. Moving on to the execution and result, we execute the program, we feed it the test sequence of observation. Let's say we input walk, shop, clean, clean. The program initializes the matrix and run the VDB algorithm over the sequence. What happened under the hood is a step-by-step manipulation of probability as the model step through time. It continuously updates the maximum probability of reaching the current state. When the execution finishes, the program outputs a sequence of hidden states. In our test case, the output sequence accurately reads sunny, rainy, rainy, sunny. We then compare this programmatic output against our manually calculated expected result. I am happy to report that the program executed perfectly. The algorithm output matched our theoretical prediction, proving that the matrices were correctly structured and the programming logic was flawless. To wrap up, let's look at why we care about this. The application of HMM extends far beyond guessing is whether they are foundation to modern technology. In bioinformatics, HMM are heavily used for DNA sequencing and finding specific generic within a DNA sequence. In natural language processing, they are used for a part of speech tagging, helping machines understand if a word is a noun or a verb based on the context of the sentence. And in speech recognition, they are the backbone of mapping audio signals, the observation to actual spoke words, the hidden state. Understanding HMM gives us a powerful lens to analyze sequential data across almost any domains. Thank you for your time and for listening for this breakdown of Experiment 4. I hope this have you the solid understanding of how hidden Markov model works as implemented. If you have any question, please leave in the comment below.